It's why I'm the best at my craft. I don't even want to be at the mercy of my own employees. It's why I got my hands in absolutely everything. I think people, first of all, have to give a lot more thought to the environment and the parents that raised them. There's a lot of answers in there, like a lot. So that's interesting to me. That's just one hot take. I believe one of the great ways to mix things up is what you listen to and who you surround yourself with. I'm unbelievably passionate about people finding more optimistic, practical friends. And I think optimism can slide into delusion, which is why I say optimistical, practical. You know, it's funny, as you were talking about minimalism, it's so interesting that you're the first person to ever say it to me that I can recall, and it feels very real to me. Like, I don't have outside things kind of driving me, and that's what leads me to a lot of happiness. And so I would say auditing your circle. Like, if somebody wants a meaningful life, live a meaningful life, just get happier. I think the people that you spend your time with is a big one. The amount of people listening right now who've got a mother who's super pessimistic and cynical, but they love their mother, and they don't realize that cutting down their time from 7 hours a week of engagement with their mother to 2, and adding, like going out of their way to seeing the person that's always smiling in the office and trying to spark up a friendship and become friends with that person, and cutting up that 7 hours a week from mom to 2 to mom, maybe 30 minutes with that person, and maybe reallocating the other hours to themselves or other things is a massive deal.
When you're trying to become successful, you have to make sure that you are constantly trying to be better every single day, and make sure that you want to achieve what you want to achieve. Go out there and figure it out. Go out there and learn, grow, and figure out new things, learn new things every single day. You should be constantly trying to figure out something new to do, something better to do, in a bigger and better way to make yourself get closer to your dreams and your goals and your aspirations on a daily basis. You want to make sure that you're constantly moving forward with your goals every single day. Now, you're going to have to take some time to recover and to learn and rejuvenate yourself, and that's all right. If you wake up and you're not feeling it, that's okay. You do need rest, you do need to recover, and you do need time to stop doing it so that you can refresh, remotivate, and figure out what it is what you truly want to do and how you can go about it in a more efficient, more better way to figure out what it is that you can do. Now, it is by no means going to be an easy trip. It's going to be truly challenging, and it's probably going to be one of the hardest things that you ever do in your entire life, trying to achieve your maximum potential. Because when you try to do that and you make an honest effort to be the best version of you, then you're going to have to hang your head high no matter what happens, because at least you're trying. So many people out there don't even try. They just give up when the first problem arises. They don't even try to fix problems or find solutions. They just go out there and try once and then give up after the first failure. You should use failure to the best of your advantage.
If we're competing in that market, it's not that I'm gonna look at what you're doing. Like, I'm not the kind of person that will look at what you're doing, appreciate it, and try to add that to my game, which I think a lot of people do well in sports and business. My thing is that I'm so focused on what I'm doing, and I'm making assumptions that you're gonna do great too, and that there's so much abundance. Do I want to lose a pitch to you for Nike Southeast Asia? Absolutely not. Do I think that there's 95% of other people that stink, and if somebody's good, they deserve to win business? I absolutely do. I think it's very bad business to suppress or be petty with other winners. I watch people do it with me all the time, and I laugh. I'm like, your keyboard hate is not gonna stop my growth. It's super common. I would argue keyboard hate fuels my growth. I grew up very poor. I lived in a studio apartment with 8 family members. So I've got grit, right? Like, I'm not scared to work. I think one of the biggest problems right now is we're living through one of the great generations of fake entrepreneurship, because so many people were able to raise money. And so you just have people that are not supposed to be running businesses because there was so much capital for the last 7 or 8 years. And that's interesting for me to watch, though the stuff is starting to hit the fan, so that will play itself out. I was a hustler. I know. I was a hustler from the get. I was lemonade stand, baseball cards, all that stuff. So I was really a salesperson through and through. When I was 12, I was making $2,000 to $3,000 a weekend selling baseball cards in the malls of New Jersey. And I don't know about you guys, but when you have $30,000 in cash under your bed and you're 14 years old and you're not selling weed, you're doing a good job. When I finally had my turn to go on there, within 20 minutes, I landed on a message board where people were trading and buying in cards, baseball cards, and I realized, my God, I can do business on this thing. And over the next year, I went headfirst and learned about eBay, learned about what was going on in Amazon, started learning the early internet culture, and in 1996, I launched WineLibrary.com, one of the first 2 e-commerce wine businesses in America. From 1998 to 2003, in a 5-year window, I grew my dad's business from a $3 to a $60 million business on very, very important terms that matter to this entire room. I had no money. It was a $3 million business that had 10% gross profit, $300,000 before expenses. There was no marketing budget. What I needed is to make every penny work like a dollar. So the strategy became day trading attention. When you day trade attention, my friends, here's what you do. You don't overspend on what everybody believes is tried and true. Every single company in this gorgeous conference right now is grossly overspending money on things that they've been doing for the last decade because it's the things that they accept, or the reporting justifies it, or they're just lazy to try something new. Everyone.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comments section below.